Hi everybody, welcome back to Ninja Monkey Gaming. We are back for episode number 18. Back again. Alright, sorry about last week. We ran into a few sicknesses and other issues like that, so we could not record. Again, I apologize for that, but we are back this week. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Well, maybe for the world, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, I think I got everything in order here. I am Joe the Widget Wilson, and I am your host. And I am joined by my fellow co-hosts, starting with Mr. Justin, a.k.a. Nevose.
Hi. Yeah, sorry we missed last week's show. The world happened, so, we had to miss it.
Yeah, world happened. And James could not make it tonight. He's a no-show. Jesse could not make it because it's his birthday and he's at a surprise party, so I want to wish him a happy birthday tonight. And don't get too wasted. Be safe.
Happy birthday, Jesse.
We are that
No,
man with
I
the
say
voice.
get wasted, but just don't drive.
Yeah, well, be careful, that's all I'm saying. And that awesome, sexy man voice there was Mr. Fred Woodley, a.k.a. Baranon.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Joe. Hello, Justin.
All right, guys, we got a big show for you tonight.
Everybody.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. I taught a workshop last night, a 2-hour class
Did you now?
at Buffalo Game Space. It was the Intro to Video Game, or Intro to Game Design.
How'd it go?
It went very well. We had 13 show up. It had a great response, great reviews. I was asked to do the same thing, but extended over 3 weeks, so we're going to be doing that in the future.
Cool.
And I'm going to be teaching some intermediate and advanced workshops as well in game design.
Will you be teaching how to use game engines and things like that?
What was that, Justin?
Will you be teaching on how to use certain engines, like the
Me-
Unreal Engine and things like that for designing?
Maybe. There's
Maybe.
talks about stuff like that, but my main goal is
Maybe
the
not.
actual practice of game design itself, not just using engines. Because it's a detailed and very extensive process on well, what we do.
Yeah.
And the guys last night got a good taste of that for 2 hours, and they all thought it was not enough time to go over what we went over.
We want more.
Give us more.
That's cool.
Encore. Encore.
What about you guys? How was your weeks?
Interesting. I've been busy. I really haven't even had much time to game. It's been kind of sad. But, oh well. That's life. Gets in
Yeah.
the way.
Fred, how you been
Up and
feeling,
down.
man?
I've been hanging in there, doing my thing, reading books and playing games and taking care of life at home.
That's the life right there.
Yeah, you got it right.
Alright guys, we got some things to talk about. We have a lot going on in the esports world we're going to get into tonight. A few things in the news. We also have an app game. I'm going to do a review tonight on GTA 5 Online. I'll do a separate review someday for the regular game.
And
And
when you get back into it.
yeah, when I get bored of GTA Online, if that happens. It sucked my life away.
I remember you saying you would never play it online.
Because it was terrible at one
Yeah.
point. It's not terrible anymore.
That point switched.
Yeah. It can happen. Game companies can fix a terrible element of a game to make it good.
Sure.
Alright, first on the news. Justin, I believe you put this in there.
Yes, I did. Universal Studios and Nintendo announced a partnership where they're going to make Nintendo-themed rides in Universal Studios Park in Orlando. I actually can't wait for that. I want
Yeah, I
to
heard
Yeah,
about that.
imagine what it's going to be.
I know. My friends and I at school have been imagining what kind of rides they would have, what games would be for what ride, and
You know, it'd be
things like that.
awesome to actually have, like, make the first level of Super Mario Brothers and have you run through it.
Ooh.
Put, like, some
We thought
protective...
about that.
Imagine
We thought about like a Mario Party kind of game, a ride game thing.
Like, jeez.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless with this, but it
Yeah.
could be a lot of
Donkey
fun.
Kong.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go to Universal Park in Orlando.
Yeah. Well, there's so many things there now. Just to imagine what they can do with Nintendo themed rides.
Yeah, that's going
Well,
to be a
that would be a
blast.
cool thing to think of. Everybody think of different Nintendo themed rides and bring it to the next show.
Why not?
Yeah, that would.
Yeah,
Why not?
that would be a cool thing.
I think we're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Next on news tonight is Project Morpheus, aka Sony's VR headset for their PlayStation platform, is scheduled to release the first half of 2016, which is part of the reason why Oculus has prompted them to come up with an actual release date. They don't have an exact
Thank
release just yet, but I'm willing to expect that you will hear that exact release at E3 during Sony's press conference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they already have many third-party titles lined up and being developed for Morpheus, and they're showing which, it's already, they confirmed it in their interview. If you read between the lines, they're showing all this off at E3, just like I predicted last episode. Drive Club
that'd
is
be the main thing that Sony.
what?
Yeah, that would have been the main thing that Sony would have had to show. So
Yeah, it was kind of obvious, I think. If I'm talking kind of funny tonight, forgive me. I have a broken molar. That happened last night eating popcorn, so I'm kind of struggling through that, as well as a cold.
He says
Drive
it was
Club.
popcorn. It was really the pop in his mouth that his wife gave him or something.
Hey, watch it. Drive Club is confirmed for Morpheus, putting players in the driver's seat of the cars.
that
Um,
will be really cool.
on a side note, it looks like Valve is jumping on the VR bandwagon. They have filed patents, numerous patents for VR style technology. Again, this is mostly, the whole Valve thing is just rumor at this point, but it's pointing at it. And seeing as Valve has their own console coming out, the Steam machine, I wouldn't surprise me.
Nope. Wouldn't surprise me in a bit.
Chaperone.
It would actually make their, that big screen mode that you can go to on Steam.
Mhm.
It'd make that mode kind of interesting.
No one ever
VR
uses
headset.
that mode, you know that, right?
It'd be really cool. Huh?
No one uses that mode.
What about the? No. I think it's required on the Steam boxes, but no one uses it on the desktop.
Nah, it's kind of pointless. Last thing on the
No point
news,
for it there.
because there's not much going on in the news right now because E3 is right around the corner. Witcher 3 has launched, and there goes my dog. But here's the problem, just like I kind of predicted, it is crashing constantly for many, many PC users. Great job, guys. Well done.
Typical.
There is a huge fan outcry about the game not looking near as good as the early trailers, nor what they were promised in actual gameplay. So they overpromised, underdelivered. The common theme and plague.
I said, isn't that typical in big market games?
Yeah.
Always pressured to push, and they put it out too soon, and that's
Yeah.
what happens.
All Hades breaks loose. It's never fun when that happens. Man, it's cold. I swear. All right. I thought Witcher 3 looked terrible from the beginning. The way it's so cookie cutter, it's pathetic. And I see a couple of people that I know like fanboying out at Witcher 3, even though it crashed on them nonstop. But those people in particular really have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to gaming anyway, so it's not a surprise. When it comes to Witcher 3, it's not my thing. And after I'm seeing all the news about after release, I'm definitely not interested in the game. All right, before we get into any other thing you guys want to discuss about the news?
There was also another game that came out.
Hmm.
It's been out in Steam Early Access for a few years now.
I was gonna
Kerbal
get to
Space Program
that.
finally. I know,
I was
but it was
talking
there.
about what was
I had to go
currently
into it.
in what we just talked about. All right, Justin's so excited. Go ahead, Justin. Just release it.
Make him feel good. Make him feel good.
Kerbal Space Program finally released officially. We're no longer on Steam Early Access, so yay!
Is
We
it
actually get a fully fledged game now.
is it fully fleshed, or is it still like kind of
Yeah.
like what happened with Primal?
No, this one's fully fleshed. I mean, there's obviously they're constantly updating it, but it has a bunch of the functionalities that you'd want in the game at launch.
Nice. Speaking of Primal, Fred,
So
Justin found a new
Yeah.
dinosaur survival game that looks really cool.
Yeah. What's that?
I can't remember what it's called. Now I gotta find it.
Find it, Justin.
I will.
Well, while he's looking for that, I'm going to talk about the app game of the week, and I want to mention that Chrono Trigger. It's been released for a little while now. I just wasn't aware of it until recently. Chrono Trigger is now on the iOS as well as Android platform. For those of you who don't know what Chrono Trigger is, it's like the best RPG ever made. And I
Pretty much.
could not recommend it enough. It's a bit pricey for apps. It's $9.99, but it is well worth it. You'll have hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay with this, I swear. If you do like a lot of bus rides or train rides to work, or you have a lot of time in the bathroom like me because IBS, Chrono Trigger is your way to do it.
All right. There you go, Joe.
In
I
fact,
also have it.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I have
Go ahead.
an official trailer for the iOS release of Chrono Trigger.
Cool.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll film right now. Love Chrono Trigger. For those who don't know, Chrono Trigger's the whole story behind it is that there's this evil being from outer space that lands typical, but you get a hold of a time machine by accident. So you travel in time trying to stop this evil force, picking up party members and friends from different eras of time. The story itself is really, really, really good, even though it has a cookie-cutter premise behind it. And the combat of the game was revolutionary for its time, like the fact you had combo spells and abilities that you could use for your characters. Depending which three characters you had in your party at any time, you could have different combo abilities on your party members. They could actually create new spells by combining their spells together and doing some really cool stuff. But what made this game so awesome was the 37 or 38 different endings you could achieve. Because depending on where you decided to fight, after you beat the game, you go into a gold game. Excuse me. You go into a gold game, which lets you play the game again, but you could fight the boss at any time. And depending on where you fight him in the history of the story that you go through in time, changes the ending.
Very interesting.
So, when I had that thing for Super Nintendo, I played so much of it. Every character was level 99. My gameplay timer was maxed out at 99 hours plus. I had gotten every single ending, including the rare hardest ending to get is you have to take, without before you get any other party members, when you first start the game, Chrono, your main character, you go and fight the main boss solo. If you beat him, you get the developer's ending, where you go into the developer's office, the studio, and talk to different developers and fight certain developers. It's great.
You should put that function in your.
I'll have to download
game.
it for the iOS there. I'll have to get it from my Apple.
I couldn't
It's on
recommend it
Android
enough.
too. I looked it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it from my Android tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
They also have most of Final Fantasies too on there.
Yeah, but Chrono Trigger,
I have a lot of them too.
the remastered Final Fantasy 3 is actually very, very good on Steam, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It's very, very
I found
good.
the game, by the way.
What is it?
What was it?
Ark Survival Evolved.
Ark Survive, and it's a Steam game.
It's a Steam game. It will be early access next month on the 2nd. And I will probably get it for its early access just because this game actually does. If they even have half the functionalities already made for this on early access, it will already surpass the Hunter Primal.
It's Ark Survivor
Evolved.
Evolved. Okay, well, we'll have to try it.
Definitely. It's like it really is what the Hunter Primal always tried to sell itself as being a survival hunting game,
Yeah.
but there was no survival other than run away from dinosaurs.
No, it's very difficult to survive. You're running away more than you're surviving.
But this
Well,
one,
there's no real survival to it. I mean, you kill dinosaurs and you look for weapon crates. There's no real build a shelter or
Right,
get
you're right,
food
yeah.
or.
but
What's the point
yeah,
of it?
this one you
there's
actually
no
have to get
point to
food,
anything.
build shelters, and you can tame dinosaurs.
Or something. Yeah.
You can. That's what you can do in this one. You can build shelters. You can, if you stay alive long enough, you can end up mounting dinosaurs and ride them and stuff. Oh,
What you do on your own time is your business.
That's what I was just thinking. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead
Don't anymore.
and start my official Ninja Monkey Gaming review of GTA 5 Online. I want to stress this is the online version only, and this is for next-gen consoles and PC, not pre-old gen, because the old gen would have gotten probably 2 poo piles.
At
But
least.
the new version, you make your own character any way you want, just like you do any kind of MMO style. And the whole city of San Andreas is laid out before you, or Los Santos, whatever they call it. San Andreas, I think. Is all there like you have in the first player game, including all the vehicles, everything, plus rare vehicles. The only real difference between the story and the online mode, in terms of what it has, is that you can't have the stock market online. But you can buy all the vehicles from all the websites. You could have 2 properties in the game, which means you can buy an apartment, you can buy a garage, you can buy 2 apartments, 2 garages, up to you. They have heists, which are from the main characters of the main story. You actually do full heists in the game with a shared reward. So the heists work where you start a heist, and the character who's involved in it goes and talks to you inside your heist ready room. So if you have a high-level apartment that has a heist room, you can start these. And the first heist is only 2 players, but the other ones are all 4 players. So you have to have 3 people to help you out to do the setup missions. Setup missions is getting all the items that you need to pull off the main heist. The first heist is a 2-player one, like I said, with 2 setups, and it's to rob a low-level bank. So you have to go get the armored car you're going to need to escape, and you have to get the hacking equipment you need to hack into the vault. And when you actually you go in, do the job, and you escape, and when you go for the finale, which is the actual heist itself, you have the option to set what percentage players get. The default is the heist leader gets 55%, everyone else gets 15% of the actual cut. The final heist is the major bank heist. There's one where you have to break someone out of prison, and he pays you a ton of money to do so. Another one is you have to go and raid on a human labs resource. And another one's a whole drug thing that's really terrible with low payout. But the last one Very difficult, major bank heist. So you have to control the crowd without killing anybody, break into the bank, steal the $1 million of cash, and get out clean. When you get out of the bank, there's police surrounding everything. So you have to make your way to these motorcycles, high-end motorcycles that you stashed away, and then you have to race and cross the entire map, avoiding police, trying to get to a boat where you have to get on that boat and get out of there. It took forever. We did it on hard mode, $1.25 million shared. We lost $250,000, but we still had $1 million split. I wound up making $500,000 off of it, which is a big deal in that game. And the heists are amazingly fun. They really, really are. They're top-notch, well thought out, well executed, a lot of fun. You could do jobs. The jobs they're doing for all the minor characters you find in GTA 5, you do jobs for them across the city, and those are all repeatable. Many of them are a blast, like going to go steal the Titan, which is a major 4-engine military aircraft, fly it and land it at an airstrip in the middle of the desert, and then everyone gets a split of the share, which is usually about $15,000 to $17,000. So those are a great thing. There's races in the game, from boat races to car races of all types, including racing tractors. Or I did a race where we raced golf carts around the airport. Helicopter races, airplane races. You've got death matches. You've got multiple different types of gun-based death matches, like having like 2 or 3 people locked in a building, and you gotta try to break into the house and kill them before they kill you. There's so many different types of missions and things you can do. You've got tennis, you've got golf, you've got darts, arm wrestling, the shooting range. It's got a ton of things you can do. And all the cars, the customizations you can do in the cars is ridiculous. So, all in all, I'd have to give, there aren't too many negatives. There's a few. The fact that there are some connection issues. It does take forever to load into an online game. I clocked it at over 2.5 minutes at one point, which is a long time nowadays. The players in the game can be very annoying. When I get in the game, I have to put myself on passive mode, because there's still people who use mods to cheat in the actual game. The mods don't work in the heist. They don't work on the missions or races or anything like that. But in the actual live city, they do. And it's very disruptive, and it's very annoying as hell. When I empty up an entire clip of heavy machine gun into a guy at point blank, and he didn't die, didn't even lose any health, took one shot with a handgun at me and I died, he's cheating. But that's the big negative. Other than that, I have been having so much fun, it's not even funny. So I have to give it 4.5 out of 5 golden bananas.
Awesome.
For gameplay, graphics, the works. Alright, any thoughts?
No. I've just never been a big GTA fan, so.
Well,
Never
Justin,
played it online yet, so I can't vouch for one way or another. But the regular game definitely up there too, on the Xbox One.
isn't it great?
Well, love it. The only thing I don't like, I got to admit, and I'm not a prude or anything like that, but man, it's far too much cursing and stuff, man.
There
Holy
is.
crap.
It is.
I gotta lower the volume because I'm embarrassed by how much cursing there is in it.
Same. It is ridiculous. It's not near as bad in online, mostly because you don't have to deal with Trevor so much.
Yeah. But my God, every other word is F this and F that. And I'm like, holy mackerel.
Yeah, I think they overdid the language a bit. I know they're trying to stick more towards the real world scenario.
Yeah, and appeal to the younger crowd, I guess, maybe. But
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I'm not a big fan of profanity.
Would be my only. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of cursing either. But I mean, every once in a while we all do it, but it's not necessary to enhance the game, in my opinion. But That's about my only negative to the.
My mom
the
used to
game.
tell me as a kid, the people who swear all the time just shows their intelligence level because they can't think of any other
Exactly.
word to represent it.
Right.
She's right.
Yep.
Absolutely right.
But other than that, I have nothing bad to say about the game.
I love it so much. If you're playing on PC, I recommend getting a controller. I use a PS4 controller. An Xbox One controller works. 360 controllers work with the cable. Keyboard is kind of clunky on the game, but the controllers work flawless. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to esports, gentlemen. What do you think?
All right.
That was good.
All right, Justin. I'm going to let you get us started, man.
All right. Well, first off, since we were talking about E3, well, let's go and say what Nintendo's going to do at E3. They're going to bring back the Nintendo World Championships.
Woohoo.
Sadly, I don't like their game choice, but that's okay.
What is it, Justin?
They're. I'm not happy with the Ultimate NES remix choice of the 3DS. They could have picked Wii Sports, and that would have been entertaining too. So.
Oh, that would have been
There's
highly
just so
entertaining.
I know. I was actually thinking that was
Mario Party.
back, 'cause
Mario Party 10.
Mario Party would be good for it. There's so many good games.
Mario
that they have
Kart
to choose
8?
from, and they just went with Ultimate NES Remix for the 3DS. And there's only 8 cities in the nation that you can qualify for this at.
Oh, bummer.
But yeah, one of them actually happens to be down here.
Well, look,
in
you can
Miami.
go.
Yeah, no.
Are they going to do the
I-
competition gold
Put it on a
cartridges?
3DS.
Justin, do you know if they're going to do the competition
What's up?
gold cartridges again?
I have no idea.
Those things would be worth a
I
freaking
have
fortune.
I have a feeling that's what they're going to do.
For those of you who don't
Something
know,
similar to that with
there is becoming a quite large video game collector's market nowadays. Because the video
Oh,
game industry
huge.
is now the #1 entertainment industry in the world, surpassing porn by 3 billion last year, by the way.
takes a lot to surpass porn.
It does, and video games did it.
Yeah.
The most highly valued and most valuable game cartridge of all time is the gold. No, not the gold one. The gold one is the second most, which is what the players got during the competition. But the actual cartridge used in the championships for the original Nintendo championships, the competition cartridge, because there is so limited number of those made, are worth nearly $130,000.
Oof.
Yeah.
The ones with the actual
No idea
timer
what
on
they
them.
plan on doing with that.
They're ridiculous. All right, so that is awesome. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm with you. I'm not a fan of the game choice.
Oh, I was stoked when I heard that they were doing this. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so nice. And then they just picked out, and it just brought me back down to earth to Nintendo. What the hell are you doing?
Nintendo.
You're already bankrupt. Why are you killing yourself with this?
Well,
So what's going on with
they're
Dota?
they're going old school, and they're hoping maybe to bring back memories of whatever. And
The original
that's what they're
championship.
trying
I
to
don't
do.
know. I don't know.
They're trying to just relive the olden days, and that's not going to work
Yeah.
out very well.
Mm-mm.
But
I mean, it's not just you. Everybody. There's a lot of people feeling the same way you do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What's going on with Dota,
But-
Justin?
As you all know, last episode they announced international stuff for Dota's big international tournament, and one of the biggest tournaments in esports every year in and year out. And the invites were sent. We still have some qualification spots open, but those tournaments will be held, I think, starting next month. Right now, the teams we have so far are Vidic Gaming, Evil Geniuses, Team Secret. I don't know why I had a hard time pronouncing that. Invictus Gaming, LGD, Cloud9, Team Empire, Ritters Pro, Newbie, and Team Malaysia. And the prize pool has gone up a little over $2 million since our last episode. It's now up to little over 8.6 million.
wow.
That's a lot. I found out something interesting today, guys. When I was researching some esports stuff. The average cost to start up a pro team in League of Legends is $500,000.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
Aye.
That's to start it
Wow.
up.
Yeah.
That'd be probably the starting level of most high-level pro teams in any esport. Because anymore now, they're starting to start off with gaming households.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of times they're starting to get coaching staffs in them automatically. And then you got the living expenses. And you got equipment expenses. As well, actually, you probably really don't have that. That's probably covered by your sponsors. But
It's costly.
And then you have travel expenses.
Yes. All right.
Travel and entry expenses. So.
There's an interesting story I want to bring up really quick. A Smash Bros. Player is so dang good, there's now a bounty on his head. I'm going to pull the story up really quick here. This is hilarious. And this is an actual thing. This is actually a bounty done by the tournament directors. Why didn't it pull it up? Go. There it goes. Alright, so there's this player by the name of
Gonzalez Barrios.
Okay, these ads are driving up a wall. Come on, Kotaku, get this right. What was that, Fred?
Gonzalez Zero Barrios.
Yep.
Is that what
He's
you're talking about?
Yep, he's won every single tournament for Smash
Since
Brothers.
November 2014.
Yep, exactly. And
Yep.
the producers are so upset that he keeps on winning that they're offering a $500 bounty to the person who can knock him out of the game, out of the tournament, in the upcoming, what's it called? I am not on ball tonight.
Yeah, the Smash.
CEO Gaming in Orlando.
Right.
Yeah.
Being held June 26th through 28th. $500 to knock him out. They're giving $100 for sending him to the losers bracket, and $400 for total elimination. And the guy is really cocky, and he's been on over
And
Twitter saying that that's never
someone
going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's also matching it.
Well, that's
So
why
it's
that's
now
why
like
it's 500.
$500 to
Yeah,
knock
yeah,
him out.
that's right. Yeah, it's 500 now. It was 250, and somebody matched it to make it 500.
So I'm going to show you guys on the air really quick this little poster that's been made officially for it, which I find is funny. This is the poster. The guy is ugly.
Yeah.
Total nerd. I'm a nerd too, but still. He looks like your stereotypical playing a-hole. I'm sorry. I want to see this guy taken out. This is hilarious. I think this is so good. So total elimination from Smash 4, $500, collected CEO 2015. Oh, that is so good.
And I'm almost certain someone will probably even add another little incentive to this somewhere.
I'm
I'm
taking
sure, like,
bets
just-
now.
I can see
He
these.
wins.
I can see this becoming a trend of actually happening to some of these pro players and pro teams.
Sure.
Oh yeah, especially in the individuals.
Yeah.
When you think of the top players, so you could see it happening in StarCraft easily. Possibly with teams, I don't really think so because those fluctuate and change players so often to where it's an ever-changing field. So
I don't know. I can see that being a possibility. But, alright, so here's the big thing in esports right now. Esports betting moves forward as UK gets dedicated gambling service, specifically for esports. The website is called UNIKRN, Unicorn. It's a site that allows users to bet on esports matches. It has launched in the UK, making it the territory's first dedicated betting site for competitive gaming, the first one I have ever heard of. The service is restricted to jurisdictions in which betting is permitted, which means that much of the United States is out of reach. I believe that they might allow it in Vegas or Nevada. However, UK, Australia, and Asia-based sports esports fans can now watch and wager on tournaments run by popular European leagues, including the ESL Gaming Network and the ESEA. Currently, users can bet on League of Legends, Counter-Strike Global Offense matches, but its site states that it will be adding Dota 2 and Heroes of the Storm, and many more in the coming months. So he'll be able to bet on this. I'm really
I'm
curious.
all for it. Actually, it may be dedicated for Europe. I'm on their site right now, but their home offices headquarters is actually in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show the site on the air. Here we go. This is the actual, and they've even got odds.
Whoa.
Like Fnatic has only 1.4 odds.
Yeah.
Versus, okay, well, because they're the favorite to win.
Who makes the odds up?
It's based off of statistics and things like that.
Yeah.
It's the same way in any other sport. The odds are.
Yeah.
See, if I was gonna bet on this one, I would bet on Fnatic. But I can't qualify to bet because I'm
Actually,
in New York.
yeah, so would I. I'm gonna sign up.
Get your account started now.
Man, that's so awesome.
Well, hey, they've been making money for how long now?
What, esports?
Yeah.
Tons.
Oh,
What
I
are
mean,
the partners?
they've been doing it for
interesting.
years now,
That's
though.
interesting.
So it's been a professional or a profession for years. Sport.
Esports have officially become professional sports as of 2 years ago.
Right. So why not? Why can't we see betting on it now? It's just another avenue that people can blow their money on
That'd be so much
for
fun.
people who enjoy it.
I want to do that with wargaming. See, wargaming is a really cool thing they do. It's kind of like this. You can win prizes. You get points that you can actually bet on matches during the World of Tanks tournament season.
Yeah.
I have so
You
much
even
doing
have
that.
bets based upon just a portion of the war. You know, it's like, okay, if he does this or if he does that, and then if you won, you get the points back or whatever. And not just the outcome, but you can have individual activities going on during the war.
Agreed.
That could be cool.
Betting's been around in esports actually for a while now. There's a few different lesser known sites that will allow you to do it. Probably not the most legal of ways of doing it, but there are ways. And CSGO Lounge is a CSGO betting one, but it lets you bet your in-game skins and stuff like that. So it has an interesting little system. So it would let you bet like your gun skins. So let's say you have a skin that's worth like $5. It's a $5 bet.
Guys, I have something that I've been thinking about for a while now. Remember how we talked about the Old Farts Gaming League?
Gaming team, yeah.
Well, I was thinking about creating a Ninja Monkey's actual video game league and doing it with obscure games. Because we were playing Settlers 3, I was thinking about how I was ranked number 2 in the world at one point in that game. About creating an online league where it's bracketed system where we do little seasons for these little games like Settlers 3 matches.
Why
You
not?
got Settlers 3, you got Age of Empires 2, which actually still has an active elo system. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You could do like Quake 3 Arena league
Oh,
system,
God.
one-on-one death
That's going
matches.
back.
I think it would be a blast. What do you guys think?
Yeah. It'd be
Yeah,
fun.
it'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
Maybe actually stream the finale or the finals or the semifinals.
Stream it all. Yeah.
If anyone's interested in
the
this,
championship on Wednesday night.
if anyone's interested in this and wants to either help get it started or participate, email us at nmgamingshow. That's nmgamingshow@gmail.com. Let us know. And maybe we'll have points for winning, and when you get enough points, you get prizes. like like alpha codes, free games, free swag, you name it. So yeah,
Why not?
I think that'd be fun, Justin. We should talk about that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. So okay, we're gonna go on to some of our side topics, and one of them I found very interesting is that nearly 25,000 players were banned for cheating in H1Z1. Now, mind you, the company is now going to unban them if they do a formal apology. I think that's nothing more than a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, they're not
So,
going to stop.
My question to you gentlemen is, what do we think of players cheating in online games, and what do we think the punishment should be,
Well,
if any?
I think cheating is horrible.
cheating is terrible. Cheating,
Yeah.
cheating is, in my opinion, anybody who cheats should be banned from the game. Period. And the account to me should be just completely, just you're not allowed to use it anymore. That's what I would do. Of course, nobody's going to do that because that's a waste of money. But I would definitely suspend the account for, at least a period of time equivalent to, say, 3 to 6 months or something like that for first offense. And then if it happens again, then I would definitely just prevent the person from playing again.
One of
I
my
have no
favorite.
tolerance.
Oh yeah, no tolerance for cheating.
Yeah.
I'm the same
One
way.
of my favorite ones was one that we showed a couple weeks ago for Guild Wars 2.
Yeah. Publicly humiliating him.
That is like one of my favorite ones for getting rid of a cheater. I love the way they did that.
That was great.
Hilarious.
Let's make him jump off the cliff. That was great.
See, I don't see the point of cheating. Are you that pathetic that you need to resort to cheating to give yourself an edge? If you
Exactly.
have to do
What's
that,
the
why are
point?
you playing it?
I
And I think
To
I don't
me,
know.
it's not only being pathetic, it's that you're getting pleasure at the hands of other players because you're trying to you're exploiting other players then
yeah.
more than anything else. And to me, that's wrong. It's
I
so
think
wrong.
I think competitive games, highly competitive games that are actually serious online games, they should be
Yeah.
not only be banned but fined for cheating.
Yeah.
For League of Legends and CS:GO that actually happened this last year. One of the can't remember if it was a coach or a player for League of Legends that ended up getting fined for suspected cheating or some sort of contractual agreement thing that he screwed up with. But for CS:GO, the whole Cloud9 team at one point in time got majorly fined, and I think they even got banned from the game for like 2 or 3 tournaments because of they threw the games to win a bet in CS:GO Lounge. So that is a side effect of betting in esports. I mean,
Sure.
you'll have people throw games just like you do in any other sport.
Yeah, I think online games should stop opening up the API, which allows for modding. If anything, it should be highly restricted to the UI only.
Yes.
I mean, I like the idea of being able to mod for the client to be able to view. In other words, like you said, the UI, being able to see the mini maps and things like that, like
Right.
we do in ESO as an example, but not beyond that. There were too many examples of exploitation in UO back in the day. It was terrible at times. And it was because of their API, their openness to give everybody that a freedom. But then again, they were they were the first. They didn't know better, So they said, okay, here's what you can do, and people had the ability to do what they could until they learned differently. Origins did.
Yep.
They need to
Learn
find a
from what they did
way
in the past.
to encrypt game files. Because, like, for instance,
Not a bad idea.
I'm a video game designer. I know how to go into ACK files and change them to what I need. Like, I've done that to a couple of games, single-player games. Never online. I'll never cheat on online. But they're not so much cheating as making it funny for myself. Like, I'll rename items whatever I want.
Sure.
But that's just me and my own experience. After I beat the game, why not go have fun? But yeah, I'm with you guys. I think cheating is a horrible, horrible thing. Needs to be stomped in the butt, and the most severe penalties possible. I'm all for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am almost thinking MMOs, they should take all their stuff and put it up on the auction house and just start it at 1 and see what people bid on the stuff.
Yeah,
And then have
right.
them log in. And then wait for them to log into their account.
All right, I have
So
one
they
more
can actually
question.
see all their stuff is gone.
One more
That would
question
be
for you
cool.
guys tonight.
Okay.
Since we talked about esports, what would we like to see happen in the future of esports? An example, I would like to see a unified league in the United States, an official United States league.
I would like that. I would like to see a dedicated esports channel like ESPN for sports.
Ooh, yeah, I'm all for that.
I would love to see that happen. I actually have the production background to do that, but
I was going to say you can put it together yourself. You
I
have
know
to
I just need the funding. I know all the tech behind it. I know how to do it.
Gosh, that's a good question. I haven't really thought about it. Esport, what I would like to see.
What about
The only
games?
problem I see with a dedicated league is the fact that there's multiple games. So
Well, that's fine.
I was going to say, how are you going to have it dedicated with multiple games?
No, that's fine. You can just do it the same way you do for anything. It's just you separate it by the game, like the American League for.
Right. I see what you're saying. Like in other words, you have a football league or whatever. So you would have your whatever
League of Legends
for
league.
that game. Yeah.
I want to see. Here's another thing I want to see. I want to see esports represented at the Olympics.
That's never gonna happen.
That you'll never happen. It's not physical. But how about an esport Olympic?
Yeah,
That'd be
there you go.
You can have 5 or 6 or 7 different games represented and have it called the Mental Olympics. That would be cool. But we could do that ourselves.
Right?
The Ninja Monkey Olympics.
We should do that. Yeah, the top players
We could
that
do that.
represent region.
Yeah. Represent different regions of the world.
I think we need to do that Ninja Monkey League.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun, and to do it obscure games, not the games that everyone always plays, but
Everybody's playing. Yeah.
it's easy enough to
That's
set
what
up
would make-
a Settlers 3 league, a Quake 3 league, other games like that. I mean, I'm open to suggestions on that, but and then having a bracket system, and if we have too many people signing up, we do qualifiers.
Oh.
And then we put them in like a 16 bracket, and we schedule the matches, and when we get into the quarterfinals, semifinals, we broadcast them.
It's easy.
Well, what we actually could do is that if we end up getting too many people signed up to fill our bracket, we could then break it up into a group stage instead of having a qualifier, and then do brackets that way. And then if we have too much for a group stage, then we have qualifiers.
Okay.
I guess what I would like to see in esport would be more money for more people.
True.
So more people can get into it and make more money and enjoy it more from that standpoint. So that more of us can get into it. And,
I think that's already kind of on the natural evolution right now, seeing how much it's growing.
Yeah.
5 years ago, you would be, if the top players in the world would be lucky to make $100,000 from winning multiple tournaments. Today,
I guess.
there's people in Europe and the United States that make over $1.5 million every year.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah, esports is big money now. I mean, it's only a matter of time before we start getting these dedicated things for it.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
I like where the talk's going tonight, guys. Let me see here. We got about 10 minutes left, so we're going to go ahead and get into what we've been playing this week. I think that's everything else we want to cover. Yep. So I'm gonna let Justin go first.
Well, I've been playing Settlers 3 with Joe.
Yay!
It's been interesting.
Is it that
It's been
good?
interesting. It's interesting. It's a different kind of style RTS.
It's
game.
my favorite RTS of all time, mine personally.
Yeah, not mine.
It's probably too simple for you, Justin.
It's just that I hate the waiting. I hate the waiting.
Actually, Ryan, we do interact with chat when there's something that pertains to what we're talking about directly.
Where'd my chat go, anyways?
We are doing an actual show, though, so we don't always get the chance to talk or use chat. But mind you, I have been reading everything you guys have been talking about, and I haven't really seen anything that I could really bring up on the show yet. Just to clarify that. All right. So what else have you been playing, Justin?
I've been playing NBA 2K15 lately. It's just because I've had time to do like one game here and there, and that's just my game of choice for that. And then I was able to get into World of Warships a couple days ago with the new update, and it's a lot of fun. I like some of the changes. I've still yet to play my Japanese aircraft carrier, but that's okay.
Well, let's talk about the 1.3.
Oh wait, yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I did get it. I forgot about that.
1.3 for World of Warships, because all three of us have been playing it.
Oh yeah.
Is incredible. The amount of changes they put into it. The flags are really cool. I love the flags. The new achievements system is fantastic. The new sounds is my favorite part.
But yeah, you can really hear what's happening. You hear the crispness of the bombardments, the ship. I enjoy everything now. It's almost like this new build is almost like a new game almost.
Yeah, like they rebooted it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The American battleships are so much fun.
that's what I'm waiting to get into. I'm trying to get back to my number two. I'm down to my number two cruiser to get over into the battleship, so I can get to the New York and stuff.
Yeah. I kind of want to play that game tonight. I don't know. I've got a series of games I'm thinking about. It's like I kind of want to ask Justin to finish our Settlers 3 match. Do I want to play World of Warships? Do I want to play GTA Online? So many choices.
Only got one of you to go around, Joe.
Right? Now, if my friends would like
so many
come play
games solo
ships with me,
time.
if my friends ask me to play ships, I'll do that in a heartbeat. So it just depends what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I was getting ready to play GTA Online earlier, but Justin's like, "Hey, if you wanna play Settlers 3, let me know." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." Because I actually made
I may later have to get that game and try it out.
It's $10 on GOG.com.
Okay.
we do it through Hamachi because there's no longer an online server anymore. The game's 13 years old. So
Of course.
we do it through Hamachi and do a LAN setup, and it works very well. But I went into Settlers 3 editor and I created my own map for fun. I call it Land Bridges. So it's a 4-player map. I set it up for either 4-on-4, 4 1v1s, or I set it up to be 2 teams of 2. And there's 4 islands in each corner that are the player spawn islands. And there's a land bridge that goes between the northern islands and one that goes between the southern islands. And there's little maps, or little islands spread out all through the area, and one giant island in the center. Now, there is no gold and no gems, which is what you use in Settlers 3 to make your troops stronger, at all, in any of these player islands. It's only located in the giant big island in the middle, or the small islands.
Uh-oh.
And there's also no coal in the original iteration.
Well, there was 2, I just didn't put enough. I fixed it. Or iron.
I need more iron. I had enough iron. I needed more coal. I can't process the iron without coal.
Yeah, so I made a boo-boo. I fixed it. I sent you the new map.
Life is such.
But I plan on I have another map idea for Settlers 3 I want to do, which is 6 islands for 6 players, but a ton of like little thin land bridges that go all over the place in between different islands. Can you imagine having to fight these narrow pathways?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's the it's the last stand of the 300 men.
Right? Well, I plan on doing some fun things with that map, where you're gonna build some these massive armies. Anyway, so Settlers 3 and 4, but I've been playing as well as World of Warships. I've also been playing, like I said earlier, a ton of GTA Online. I bought my second garage last night because I have
You haven't been playing that at all, have you?
I have 9 cars in my 10-car garage, and my whole goal is I've been trying to get the best racing cars for each of the categories, from supercars to sports to coupes to sedans to minis or compacts to classic sports, and getting all those in that garage, getting them souped up and looking beautiful.
But do you have a tank?
No, not yet. I do have a armored truck that has a heavy 50 cal machine gun on the back.
Nice.
The problem with those, though,
It's not a tank, though.
when it comes to helicopters, or when it comes to aircraft, which you can own, boats, which you can own, and some like vehicles like tanks, through Warstock is the site, you have to call on your phone to get them delivered to a certain area. You can't put them in your garage and just drive them out, like you can with your regular
It makes
cars
sense
and
if you
motorcycles.
Think about it, Joe.
Yeah, it does.
You can't really fit it. You can't really fit a plane in the tank
Well,
in your garage.
what about
you know?
what about letting us buy hangar space?
Well, that's possible, but it's not everybody that goes around buying hangar space for their apartment.
No, you could buy them at the airports. There's 3 of
You
them.
could do that too, but you still have to call to have it ready.
No, you just go log into your hangar, get in your aircraft, and take off. Like you do with your regular garage, your cars. Come on, work with me here. But that's been my gaming this week.
See, there's some realism in the show. That's what I mean in the game. They're trying to make it. You have to call to prep the plane.
Oh, I've also been playing Mario Party 10, which I'm going to do a review for next episode.
Nice.
The game is a lot of fun, but it's a lot different than the other Mario Parties. And I'll get into that next week. Yep, next week I'll get into that. Fred, what have you been up to, man?
Cool.
Well, I just got GTA 5 on the Xbox One, and I popped that in the other day. And although I had a tough time getting through the opening section where it goes back 9 years ago, and
Right.
I've never played this game before, so I'm not familiar with the controller very well. There's a lot to that controller, man.
Yeah, there is.
It's not just A, B, X, Y, and left, right, up, down. It's this, that, and that. Everything in between. I didn't know you had to hit X, this, that, and that just to move. And it took me about 5 times before I died in everything else. But I finally got out to where I was shooting out with the cops out in the backyard, and got that done, and went to the helicopter and got that done, and finally got to the point where I'm up to date where the guy's in there sitting down with the psychologist, and I think I had enough. I had to go see the psychologist on my own after all the cursing. So I figured I'd wait and see if I can get online with you, and then I found out that they're not all together.
Compatible,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I'll wait for a while. I'll go back to that later. And I've been playing ESO, obviously. That's my
Right.
main game, Elder Scrolls Online. Got my sorcerer up to, he's vet 3 now, actually. And
Nice.
Baron
nice.
is 13 still, vet 13. I've been playing a lot of RBI 15. It is baseball season after all. And
Yeah.
I've been playing, obviously, with you guys and playing World of Warships too. That's my week.
So I highly recommend World of Warships if you guys have not tried it out yet.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. If anyone wants someone to join their crew in GTA Online, let me know. PC. I'm always open. I want a crew. I want to get a dedicated 4 people who want to go through all the heists and do the elite challenges on all of them. If you complete all heists on the elite challenge, you get 10 million bonus. I want that $10 million.
Now, what would you do with $10 million, Joe?
3 million goes to the Hydra, which is basically a what's the name of that jet called, where It has a vertical takeoff.
I don't know what it's called. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
But it's a jet you can purchase. It has a vertical takeoff, vertical landing, and it's armed to the teeth with missiles and machine guns. I want it. But it's $3 million. I would probably get myself the best classic sports car in the game, which is $700,000. The best motorcycle, $750,000. There's a few things I'd do with it. And it's completely soup up the rest of my vehicles.
None of it would go to charity.
Heck no. I'm a crook.
Well, you should pay your taxes with it.
Thief. Hello.
I mean, that is why well, that's why Al Capone went to jail. Tax evasion.
Oh, good point.
Make sure you pay your taxes.
He's a criminal after all. What the hell does he care?
Alright, guys. That's going to wrap up episode 18 for Ninja Monkey Gaming. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week. Keep on gaming. And we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.
Bye.
Adios, amigos.